Bam.
Bam. Oh, shit.
I like having the buttons on this board. I can just click it on.
Yeah.
And we're hot.
We're hot. We're live.
Are we hot? Is our audio coming through on there?
Is it? Yeah, we're
okay.
good. Yeah. Yeah. I always just forget to scroll down.
I always need that visual confirmation.
Right. Man, it feels like we were just here.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had less beer last night. Though.
Yeah. I had
So I restocked.
no beer last night.
It's sad.
I saw that Bud Light has a new one out again.
What is it?
It's Bud Light lemon tea.
Ew.
But it's beer.
No.
But it's flavored like lemon tea.
I don't think so.
Like,
I tried the orange one and it wasn't that great.
Yeah. It's like, just stop. You're out of ideas.
A lot of people don't like the lime one, but I like it.
It's not bad. It's good grilling beer.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Light beer doesn't really taste good anyways.
Right.
So it has a little flavor.
How do they spell the light part? Do they spell it like this?
No. They spell it
that's why.
L-I-G-H-T.
That's why.
Mm-hmm.
If you spell it like that, it's all right.
Is it?
I was watching a stream on here, and this dude was sponsored by Miller Lite. I was like...
Fucking A.
Right? But you had to be 21 to watch a stream.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I've never seen that
I didn't
before.
know you could do that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Didn't know.
I don't want to be sponsored by that because then,
Then you limit yourself.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But he had like 20,000 people watching him. So.
Well, still, though.
I think he was doing okay.
Rude.
I forgot to turn that fan off.
Is it that switch or is it?
No, it's the one with the fan on it.
Oh, it's labeled.
Yeah. Things are labeled in this house.
Move my beers out of the way.
Can't knock the goods over. There we go.
Goes. Fucking fans.
That got rid of a lot of background noise. All you hear is
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Episode 120.
Yeah.
We're about to bring on Antlerhead.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the... he just released a new EP called Am I Dreaming? It's pretty dope. Don't know why I said that. Usually I don't say dope.
Because you're weird.
But apparently it's dope because I said it's dope. It's dope.
You know what? I don't even need this tonight.
You don't. Unless you want to look...
I guess, are we going to do outro music, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll open it back
Yeah,
up
open it later. It's fine.
When it comes back around. It's right. It's in the way.
It comes back around. It's fine.
I can just put this up. I don't even really need this.
I don't need this. I don't need that.
I can leave that over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, wow. He should be good.
Whew. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Antlerhead is coming back on. They were on episode 96.
Nice.
I think 96. Was it 96 or was it before that?
I don't know.
It was way back there.
I don't know how to count.
Last year.
Was it last year?
Was it? I think so. I think it was 96 because it was like before our 100th episode.
Was it really?
Yeah. So.
Doesn't seem like that long ago.
Mm-mm. That was a fun episode.
Yeah.
Can't wait for year 3.
Mm.
It'll be nice. It'll be nice and fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, got the thumbs up. We're gonna do this.
Word.
Yeah. Whoa, what was that?
That's new. It changes the ringing.
Somehow it's even worse.
Oh,
what?
there it goes.
Oh, maybe it was like the waiting. It was a doot, doot. It's my favorite music.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
There it goes.
Y'all see me?
There you are. Yep.
There we go.
Cool.
It was just being slow.
I don't know why my headphones aren't working. I can hear you through my speaker. Whatever. That works.
It's not going through your headphones?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Right on. How's it going?
Good.
Doing good. Doing good. How you been, man?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Yeah, you
Matt.
too.
I see y'all drinking Corona and... No.
I got Bud
had a
Light.
Corona, Grant, and then
I got Bud Light Lime.
oh, is it Bud? Oh, I assumed it was Corona. This is the clear bottle, and then what? I just saw you have Coors.
Drinking the old
Oh, Bud Light,
Miller Lite.
Miller Lite,
Old,
right on.
Old
I just remember
trusty.
Passion.
What are you
I saw
drinking?
He called me a few minutes ago.
Did you say fruit passion?
Not fruit.
Oh,
passion,
old fashioned.
Old
You guys
fashioned.
Fruit passion.
I heard oot and then passion.
That's like fruit roll up.
That sounds good.
Do they still make fruit roll-ups?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but honestly,
sure
now
do.
that I'm thinking about it, a drink like a mixed drink, that one of the ingredients. If I got a mixed drink and one of the ingredients said fruit roll up, like I'm gonna buy that drink.
Right.
If it was like a Bloody Mary kind of style thing, and there's like a rolled up fruit roll up as a stick in it, and like,
God, that'd be amazing. It's like, oh, that's genius. And it's just absorbing it the whole time, and then at the end you can eat it, and it soaked up all the alcohol.
yeah,
God, I am doing that after this podcast.
you definitely need like vodka. Basically, probably some kind of maybe margarita with a fruit roll up in it would work. I don't know.
Ooh, margarita with a fruit roll-up? Count me in.
Yeah, that makes
Something along those lines.
like something with like tequila or vodka and stuff. That probably makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big whiskey guy, but I think you're with something sweet like that.
Yeah, it's gotta be sweet.
Yeah,
Usually
have to be-
vodka.
or vodka.
Yeah, tequila and vodka is usually a good go-to with the sweet drinks.
Oh man, I can't do tequila.
I can't either, dude.
No.
Too many like.
Too many bad memories.
Yeah. Too many. I can't say necessarily memories on my end, but just experiences on tequila. On tequila, I said that like a noob. Tequila right now.
What are you drinking? Oh, I'm on the tequila.
I never really I could never stand the taste of tequila to really drink it much. Like I'll have a margarita if it's not like super strong, but I don't like the flavor of tequila.
Same. Yeah, I'm not a huge tequila fan. It's so like so sharp in your
Yeah.
chest.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that I feel like we might have talked about this last time. But did you guys know that I was the touring guitarist for another band for a while, called The Orphan the Poet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you talked about that.
Yeah, so like on the last tour I did, the last two tours I did, maybe the last three, whatever. They're like super big into tequila. So that like when I was out with them, it was just like around all the time. So if like, yeah, like of course I was gonna drink it just because it's around, but every time they were loving it and they were like, come on, we're all gonna do this together, and I was like, oh my god, like it burns so bad. I can drink whiskey no problem, like all friggin' day. But,
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm 0-4 against tequila. Usually I'm on the bathroom floor every time.
Yeah, dude, same.
I don't know.
So on the last tour I did with them, I drank a bunch of tequila one night when we were in Canada, and like basically I had to get carried back to the van, and I don't know. I woke up the next morning and we were back in the States, and I was like, oh, cool. I don't remember crossing the border, but I'm pretty sure you have to be like awake for that. But I don't think I was. So like it must have been like a really chill like border security or whatever, because I definitely must have been asleep. The next day I was talking to them about it, and they were like, you don't remember that? No, we were like smacking the shit out of you to wake you up, like because you were like passed out hardcore, and like we had to sit you up in your seat and like smack you awake to cross the border. I'll stop talking about that now. I'm rambling.
No, that's great. They're probably like, just look awake.
So apparently you have to be like coherent to cross the border.
I don't remember any of this, and they were Yeah, like we were so like you were so gone that we were literally like slapping the shit out of your face to like snap you out of it. You know, I was like, nah, I don't know.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm not a big tequila guy.
That's funny. You have to be awake to cross the border. Like,
Yeah, I think it's like they have to like make sure that everyone like you have to all be accounted for in the vehicle or whatever. Like if whoever, you know, they pull over and they talk to the driver and they say how many of there are you in here, whatever, and if you say, you know, 5 people, whatever, then they got to be able to make sure they can see all 5 of you. And I mean, I'm sure there's like issues with people like smuggling or whatever that they want to be
right
out. And it's definitely a lot easier coming into this, or I'm sorry, going out of the States than coming into it.
mm-hmm.
I'm sure I probably could have been asleep going out of the country.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Then we're like, you're leaving? Oh, good.
I was gonna say anyway. I'll stop talking about tequila. How have you guys been?
Good.
Pretty good. We're in a new studio. So
Yeah, we got a
Really?
new room.
Yeah,
set
new
up.
room, dedicated room.
Yeah, we don't have to tear it down this time.
Is this at your guys' place or where is this? Where are you guys recording?
It's at Matt's house.
Yeah, we just moved into a new house, so there's 4 bedrooms, so we just set up a studio in one of the bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
So before we were in a townhouse, and we used to do the episodes in my bedroom, but I would like move everything to the side or out of the room for every episode, and then set everything up. Then at the end, we'd tear everything down, put it away, and then move everything back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I used to run a podcast a couple of years ago with some friends. It was also a podcast about discovering new music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we would at one point we would basically do the same thing. We would just like at a house I lived in, we would like clear out our buddy's like studio and then like set up in there and then have to set up and tear down before and after. So it was
It's a real pain in the ass.
It's terrible.
So
We
it's
did
nice.
that for like
2 years.
basically 2 years.
Almost
Yeah,
over 2 years.
yeah.
We were
Well,
doing
congrats
that.
on the new space.
Thank you.
Looks cool from what I can see, which is basically just one wall. But
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to decorate. We're gonna
We're gonna get some
do something with
foam
it.
and all that stuff, and
wait, Grant, do you live there too?
I live across the street.
Oh, hell yeah, so that's pretty convenient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he moved. I lived across the street for a little while, and the people that were living here moved out and wanted to rent it, so Matt rented it and worked out.
it's perfect.
Yeah, now I can get lit and just walk home.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah, the only thing he has to worry about is the stairs. That if you can accomplish that, you're golden.
Yeah,
Second floor right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
I gotta make it down your stairs and then into my house and back up my stairs to get in my bed. So
Yeah, when I lived in Nashville, I lived with a guy who he broke his arm falling down the stairs because he had too much to drink one night.
Oh shit.
Be careful, you know.
Right. Those things hurt.
well,
Yeah.
what was it last year on our 2-year? Was that the 2-year show? That I got too drunk.
Oh yeah.
I had to call my fiance to come get me. So
Well, people were like, "If you take a shot, we'll donate money." Okay.
Gotta get that money.
yeah,
Right.
What do?
taking shots.
They got pretty wild. We were what? We aired for what?
I would
5.5
take a shot.
hours?
Man. How do
Yeah.
I set up a podcast where people send me money to take shots?
All you got to do is just set up a PayPal
Yeah.
and then just post the link.
How much Grant? How much money per shot was it?
I don't remember.
I think one of them was like $10.
Yeah.
Wait,
A few of them came from our buddy. He kept doing
Yeah.
it. He's like, and he kept paying to make me take shots.
wait, it wasn't like $1 a shot though, was it?
No, I didn't do that many. And
No.
we got, I think
Yeah, I
I
was
think
like,
he gave us like
like a
$10 a shot.
Yeah, $10 a
Probably
shot.
Shot.
Do what?
It said it probably cost more than $1 to take a shot.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap alcohol, so I don't know.
Yeah.
What did I have? I don't remember what we had.
Vodka.
No, I had a. Was that it? Was it just
Yeah,
vodka?
it was blueberry vodka.
No, that was at the
Oh,
end.
blueberry vodka. Grant, come
Oh,
on.
that was
what
at
do
the
you-
end?
Yeah, I think I had Captain Morgan.
Ugh. By itself?
Yeah, because I think I brought Captain over that night.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I was fucking wasted.
It got to the point where, like, I think we were doing our last interview. Luckily, I think they were, drinking as well. But it got to the point where you were just sitting there, like, I think you asked one question. You were like, "So, what kind of music you play?" It was a good time, though. It was a good time.
So, what kind of music you play, man? Oh, anyways, what's going on with you, man? Tell us
Yeah.
what you've been up to.
Well, I just released an album,
Hell
It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
Hell yeah. It's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, so I just I think last time we spoke back in October or September, I was kind of a little bit past the halfway point, maybe towards the ending point of wrapping up this record, and yeah, was finally able to put it out. I put it out independently.
Nice.
It's not even a full week yet. So last Friday, is today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday.
Yeah.
So last Friday, tomorrow it'll be a week. I released a record called "Am I Dreaming?" And yeah, that's about it. Last week I was in California, like shooting a music video and kind of promoting it. Not really, I guess. I was too busy. I was on vacation. It's been a crazy past few weeks. So I went out to California kind of for vacation, but also to shoot a music video. But while I was out there, I was like, I'm too tired to put any effort into promoting this thing, even though I should. I'm just trying to enjoy vacation right now.
Right.
So the album came out while I was on vacation. So
Nice.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the beach instead of spending all day on Instagram and shit like that.
Right. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Where at in California were you?
Mainly in Los Angeles,
Nice.
and then kind of ventured out into Santa Monica and Malibu, not super far out of Los Angeles, so but basically in Los Angeles the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
I need a beach.
Dude, beaches are the best.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh, it's so relaxing. It was
Yeah.
a little bit chilly to go ahead and get in the water.
Isn't California the water always a little colder or something?
Yeah, but it was super sunny and very it's pretty warm during the day. So I wish I had spent a little bit more time on the beach, but it was definitely the vacation that I needed, you guys are in Indiana.
Mhm.
I actually, since the last time we spoke, I moved to Nebraska. Don't ask me why. It's it's the middle of fucking nowhere.
Right.
But
Is it that much different than Indiana though?
I don't know what your winter was like.
Terrible.
Oh my God! It was one of the most intense winters of my life this year.
Yeah, it sucked.
I'll be 28 this week, and that was this was the craziest winter I've ever experienced. I don't know if it's normal out here. I think it might be kind of. I'm not sure,
Mm-hmm.
but it was there was times when I was literally snowed in. I don't think anybody had it as bad as Minnesota this year.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Uh, but I mean, like it's sunny in this state at least. I know Indiana is kind of always just like kind of overcast. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like perpetually gray.
Always depressing.
Yeah, yeah. It's like no matter what. Um, so even though it'd be like -6 degrees, I was like, hey, sun's out. I'm all good.
No, winter was. We didn't get a lot of snow.
Yeah, we did.
Well, not like
It would like
snowed in.
snow. We didn't get snowed in, but it would snow like 4 or 5 inches, and then it would just melt the next day.
Yeah.
And
But then there was that kick where it was like -20 for like a week or two. That was pretty terrible.
Oh man, so like the negatives that like or when it's like that cold that it's like it literally just hurts to be outside, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Like I've noticed in the last few years that like I feel like snow is insulating a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So like
yeah.
if it's like -20 but there's no snow, it is just fucking terrible. But if it snows, then the snow kind of like dampens that. It like absorbs some of that like chill, so that it's a little bit more bearable. I mean, -20 is still -20 no matter what. But like, it's I feel like the snow kind of softens that blow a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. I mean, snow like does insulate, I guess.
You
Like,
know what I mean? -20 versus -20 with snow is like there's a difference in how it feels.
there is. But -20 is like,
Shitty.
yeah. Like, I don't even.
Oh, no matter what, it's shitty. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I hated getting up in the morning and looking at the temperature, and I was just like, I don't think I can do this today.
You just look at it and you're like, no.
Well, I mean, like, I think in the last few months of my life, I've just been like, everything's been a little crazy enough that weather is the last thing I want to worry about. And so, especially spending the winter in Nebraska, I never got up and looked at the temperature. I would just assume it's cold as fuck and like put on a sweatshirt as soon as I woke up because I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm also not gonna look at the temperature because that's gonna bum me out before day started. You know?
Yeah. You walk out and you're like, oh God, -20.
Right. You don't want to like you got to set your expectations low so that you have to be pleasantly surprised.
That way you look at it, you're like, yeah, that's about right.
Like we should all wake up thinking it's gonna be a terrible day. That way, when good things happen, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm extra happy.
Yeah, I mean, I'd wake up and I would put 2 sweatshirts on before I even left the house because I knew like I was gonna be pissed.
Right.
But yeah, I do that every day. I'm like, today's gonna be terrible. I'll take the little victories.
Yeah.
When you have to get up at 4 a.m., it's terrible every day.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Matt, what do you do for a living? Do you have to get up at 4 a.m. for real?
Yeah, I work at a newspaper, so I work in the press room.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and we start super early.
Yeah, do you know newspapers are still a thing?
Barely. Barely. All of our bread money comes from all the commercial work, so.
Yeah.
Locally, there's nothing.
It's a pretty cool place though. Like, in general, like I see it when I drive by. There's like the printing press. There's like a big, huge like window you can see from the road, and it looks cool.
It's 3 stories tall.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's just ink everywhere. It's great.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's dive into this this new album that you released. I know the first track we were gonna talk about was Yellow Fox. Is that right?
Yeah. So I didn't know if you were gonna like ask a question or if I should like wait before responding there.
Oh.
Do I have the floor?
Yes.
Yeah, you got the
it's
floor.
all you, man.
You have the mic.
Sorry, my girlfriend's laughing at me for yeah, so Yellow Fox, that's the single. And I was just like when I was out in LA, I was shooting a music video for it with a good friend of mine, and yeah, I don't know. I don't like. What do you have any questions about that, or like do you want me to expand?
Yeah, what's
Like,
it about?
Yes, expand. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's it?
I think
Sorry.
Skype cuts each other off when we both talk.
I'm also kind of buzzed here.
Oh, okay.
So,
What's the song about? Ice Cube.
interesting question. So I think when we talked last time, I had mentioned about some of the other stuff I'd released at the time was about like I used to be married,
Mm-hmm.
and like my ex left me, and so I like kind of the cliche musician thing to do is just write a bunch of music about it, which
Right.
I thought that was ironic when I kind of live my life trying to be like as like original as I can be. I like hate the thought of being cliche, but then like when I went through that, I started writing a bunch of songs, and I was like, great, I'm just that guy that writes about a breakup. So yeah, but that was like I would say most of the content on this record is about that. But that's like, I mean, at the time when I wrote it, that's just what I was going through. So, Yellow Fox is kind of just about that experience. It's about, so she and I lived in Nashville, Tennessee, and when all that shit went down, I decided to move back home to Indianapolis, and she and I both grew up in Indiana, and she had like a small business making like home decor stuff, and like a lot of our friends like commissioned pieces from her, and like a handful of small businesses around town had stuff of hers like hanging up in their stores and stuff. And I was kind of popular in the music scene there, and then she was kind of popular just because of her little home decor business, which was like super like, it was like really trendy, you know. So like, of course it was popular, like she got popular because it was like trendy. So that song is basically just about, after all that stuff went down, I moved back home, and at that point I'm like just trying to move on with my life and like figure out how to move on, while escaping all the stuff in my head or trying to deal with that. But then like everywhere I go, I'm like seeing all this, like it's like any other store I would walk into. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's her stuff hanging up, you know?
Right.
So it was just like, that whole song is just kind of about like, oh, I can't escape it. It's so annoying. Whatever. Right. I don't really. That's about it. That's that song. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, I get it.
Thing. That sounds like a really heavy thing. I'm pretty past it at this point, but.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, if you like, we can take a break and check it out. We won't hang up, but we'll have to put you on mute so we can switch over the audio.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Go.
All right. Let's check it out.
Cool.
Switch
All right.
it. Wrong one.
I know, but I got to bring it up.
Oh. All right. Oh, there we go. Maybe I gotta unmute him here.
There we go.
Exit.
Right. Hang on.
We gotta unmute you here. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but
There we go.
I can hear you.
there
Can
we
you hear
go. There we go. Yep. I have questions.
We need a third screen. Whoops, wrong one.
me? Right.
So
Well, that was Yellow Fox.
the album art for that. Did you take that picture or?
No. Have you guys heard of a band called Stay Outside?
Uh-uh.
They're from Indiana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're doing real well right now. But they, like, those dudes are some of my best friends, and like they're bigger than me. They're freaking incredible. They're also younger than me, which, like, I don't know. Have you guys ever experienced this where they're like, it just like pisses you off?
Yes.
When like someone is like younger than you and doing what you do, but they're like better than you, and you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, and
Ow.
you're like, how long you been playing? Oh, 3 months.
Yeah. Like, I've been doing this for like 13 years. And they're like, oh, I don't even know. I don't even try. And it just happens. And you're like, what the fuck?
You're like, F you.
Yeah. By the way, is it okay if I cuss on here?
Oh,
Like, I
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. Okay, cool. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I didn't know if this was like a show for the kids, you know?
We tried we tried to do that a long time ago, and it got to the point where we sounded more awkward trying not to, just say what we meant. So we're like, yeah, that
right.
guy over there, he's a dumb face.
Yeah. Well, so a couple of the guys from Stay Outside, like they like live together in this area, like in the middle of nowhere in Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just like a picture of their backyard
Oh, nice.
that one of them took, and I saw it on Instagram one day. There was like a series of photos that he took, and I immediately hit him up and was like, dude, can I have those? And I used that as the album art. So
I wonder if that car is running and or available.
Had some sweet rims.
I think it was pretty sweet.
I don't think so.
Dude, I'd drive it. It looked like it was in pretty good condition.
Maybe, but all I know is like after I released it, another guy from that band was like, "Oh, that's my old car. You're gonna use that? That's cool." Like he made it sound like it was like a piece of crap that he doesn't use. So I don't know. I'm gonna assume it doesn't run.
Dang.
Based on the fact it was sitting in a pile of tall grass. Looks like it hasn't been driven in a while.
I was looking at that photo and I was like, that does look like Indiana.
I don't know. That's deceiving though, because my dad had an old truck for the longest time that sat in the backyard in tall grass, and it still ran.
What?
Have you guys seen so Yellow Fox was the single. It was released last month, and there's different art for that song as the single. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but
was there one that was like pine trees?
Yeah, the pine trees with the lawn chair flipped
Yeah.
over. Yeah, he also took that. It's also in his backyard.
That makes sense.
It's definitely kind of a very Indiana looking thing.
Yeah, people go outside and be like, oh, that windstorm was crazy.
Right. Honestly, a working title for based on a lot of the art that I had in mind for this EP, and the fact that I was just born and raised in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
The working title was something like So Green / So Gray. Just as far as like, I had all these pictures of like cool looking trees and stuff, but it was always like the sky looked like just so ominous.
Right.
Kind of glad I didn't go with that title, So Green, So Gray. But
It's clever. I'll give you that. It's good though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's clever. But
Yeah.
I do like Am I Dreaming?
Yeah, I do too. I like it. It's a little. Am I dreaming is a little bit more um, like so green, so gray, is at least to me. It's just so very Indiana.
Yeah.
So I feel like Am I Dreaming was a little bit just more outside, all inclusive. You know, like anybody can maybe connect to that. Actually, the title came from. Have you guys ever listened to a band called Isley?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Well, no problem. So they are. I think they're on Equal Vision Records.
Oh, nice.
But so Sherry Dupree Bemis, she's married to the singer of Say Anything. She's Max Bemis's wife.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, her band is called Isley, and she's the girl that sings in the song "Okay," which is the last song on the record. And when I was kind of collaborating with her, I just kind of told her to come up with literally anything, like make up your own lyrics and stuff. She sent me back that the lyrics and stuff, the part that's where she sings, like she says, "Am I dreaming?" Whatever, that whole part in the song "Okay." And then after listening to it a bunch, I just really fell in love with her part in that song, and the lyric that she sang kind of just fit a theme of the entire record. So I just decided to go ahead and call it "Am I Dreaming," based off of the lyrics that she came up with. So yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
I got a very Indiana thing that you might appreciate that our guest last night didn't appreciate so much because he wasn't from Indiana.
Go for it.
I popped popcorn right off the cob. Did you know that you could do that?
I did not know that.
I bought some popcorn on the cob, and you can put it in the microwave and pop it. And I thought it was the most Indiana thing I've ever done in my life. Was pop popcorn right off the cob.
I've never heard of that.
I didn't hear of it either until I bought it, until I saw it and I bought it.
Dude, he's so stoked about it.
You can pop. How do you do that? You just put an ear of corn in the microwave?
Well, popcorn is like a special kind of corn. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's a certain type of corn. So it's not like any ear of corn you can put in the microwave and pop it. It's got to be like the popcorn ear that makes popcorn. But like before they strip it all off the cob, these people actually farm it. So like they sell the cobs. Like you can buy just the cobs of popcorn, like still on the cob. And you put it in a bag and you put it in the microwave and it just pops off the thing.
He knows so much about it.
That is, as far as facts that you could know about anything, that is a very Indiana fact to have on hand. It's like, no. Popcorn is its own special kind of corn. You know,
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Be like, look, we're in Indiana. This is all we have besides meth. So,
no, we actually had to Google it after we left the place, me and my coworker, because I was like, and the guy I was working with, he's from New Jersey, so he had no idea, and he's like, I don't know a damn thing about corn. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's different types of corn. I'm like, you got your sweet corn, you got your field corn, and popcorn's something different. And he had to Google it, and he goes, yeah, you're right. There are different types of corn.
yeah, what's the corn with all the different colors? What's that called?
I have no idea.
Where does creamed corn grow?
I don't know. It's a good question.
It grows in milk.
That's probably more of a Wisconsin thing.
Hey, when you were up in Canada, did you ever come across the bagged milk?
The back milk?
Yeah, the bagged milk.
Bagged milk.
Yeah, it's just milk in a bag. Yeah, that's a Canadian thing.
No, I did have what's the Canadian dish that everybody poutine?
Poutine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had that, and it was just okay.
It was just
it was,
okay.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I had poutine before, and I was like, okay, this is cool, but I'm in Canada, I got to try some authentic Canadian poutine, and it was, I was like, oh, okay, these are just some shitty fries with some shitty gravy.
And some shitty cheese.
Yeah, and now after eating an entire plate, I just feel shitty.
Now, believe it or not, this came up last night too.
It did. And that's the exact way he described it.
Shitty fries and shitty gravy, shitty cheese. But he loved it. He said they
Yeah.
make it in Jersey, and he loved it.
Yeah, he said it's great.
I get it everywhere now. But I was like, oh, I'm in Canada. I should get the authentic version. And it was the same as New Jersey, which is the worst. If you ever have to say anything was the same as New Jersey, it's probably fucking real bad.
I feel like I want to call him now and do like a 3-way conversation.
Be like, all right.
New Jersey?
Yeah, the dude he's from Hang Tight, so we talked to last night. He's from Jersey, and he was all about Jersey and their pizza and their poutine knockoff or whatever the fuck it is.
Everybody on the East Coast their pizza. Everybody on the East Coast is like, oh, we got the best pizza.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did, you know?
But you know what? Get this shit.
I haven't had his pizza. I'm sure whatever pizza he likes is great to him.
Right.
I don't know.
The guy that I work with that's from New Jersey can't stand our pizza in Indiana. Like,
well,
what
sucks to be him.
What is Indiana pizza? I've never like
Pizza King,
Arnie's
and Arnie's.
Oh my god, Pizza King is terrible.
It is.
Pizza King is so bad. Either of you are partial to it.
I mean,
I'm just
not really.
Say even like so like even growing up,
I grew up on it.
Getting out and traveling, I was like, I remember being like 7 years old and being like, this is like objectively terrible. I don't even know the difference between good and bad pizza, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this is bad pizza.
Oh, that hurts.
Dude, I can make better pizza than Pizza King.
Actually, right now, as we speak, I work for a pizza place here in Nebraska.
Oh, do you? What's it called?
Believe it or not, that record is not paying the bills.
I hope it does soon. It's a good record.
I work for a place called Topper's Pizza.
I've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't think it's in Indiana. I hadn't heard of it till I moved out here.
It sounds familiar.
It does. There might be some in like the Ohio area.
Yeah, it's a chain. It's like, I think it is throughout the Midwest, but it escapes Indiana somehow.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, right.
Nobody wants to be in Indiana.
But it's pretty good. Like, I only found out about it because I like was looking for something local to order one night, and I ordered it, and it was really good. And then I was like, well, I need some money, so I applied there, and I mean, it's kind of just a pretty run-of-the-mill pizza place. Why we're talking about this right now?
Well, I'm just saying, when you grow up out by Mulberry, and
which is in the middle of nowhere,
and your parents are like, "Oh, let's get pizza," and the only option is Pizza King, you get pretty stoked about it as a child. So,
for sure.
You're like, "What pizza? No way!"
Yes. We would call my mom at work. Usually she would work later than my dad, and he'd be like, well, call your mom, see if she'll pick up a pizza on the way home.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, there's a few years ago, there was a couple of studies done on, like, like our generation and our reaction to McDonald's, which was like, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm late 20s, so I'm gonna assume I'm in the same category as you guys.
Early 30s.
Yeah, 31.
Okay.
So
So like even a couple of years younger than me is a little bit past this point, but like growing up, wasn't McDonald's such a treat if you got
It
to have
was.
it? Wasn't it like you like lit up?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so there was a couple studies that were like, um, I can't remember exactly what it was about, but it involved like basically this kind of Pavlovian uh, technique of like you don't realize how shitty it is as a kid, but
Right.
you only get it every now and then, and it's exciting to you when you get it. So that feeling in your memory and in your brain carries on to adulthood. So like then, just as you go about life, when you see the golden arch, as you're driving down the road, you're like, ooh, oh my gosh, I want McDonald's now because it was exciting to me as a kid.
Right.
So what you're saying is it's our own faults that we're so fat as adults and eat McDonald's all the time.
Yes, there's a psychological connection there. Yeah, that's exactly what the study was about. Because of that.
That makes sense.
Which it was pretty crazy because I honestly I think it's disgusting, or at least like most of what I've known about it. Honestly, I truly do think that McDonald's is they're like the number one brand. So I think even in 10 or 15 years, when like Wendy's and Burger King are probably like done away with, because our generation is, or even our generation and the generation that's like 4 or 5 years below us, is going to do away with all of the fast food because we're so much smarter now, and see the health like the negative side of all of that, like just bullshit food. So you're going to see a lot more of like Chipotle kind of stuff, where it's like quality food and stuff like that. You're going to see a lot more of that in the future. But I think McDonald's will still exist because they're going to. I think McDonald's is going to be smart and continue to change their menu. Because they have. Like I know McDonald's. Like in my mind, McDonald's is still disgusting because I've like.
Oh, it's garbage.
I grew up eating it, and then as I got older, I realized, oh, that's terrible for my body. But McDonald's also got smarter, and their menu is now actually
not as terrible.
But it's like they have very good alternatives if you want to stay on the healthy side.
So what you're telling me is I need to stop bribing the kids with McDonald's so that they don't act a fool out in public with me.
Wait, you have kids?
I have. My fiance has some kids that are soon to be my stepchildren.
Okay.
And last night I took one to soccer practice and bribed her with McDonald's so that she wouldn't act a fool.
Hey, if you're good, we'll get McDonald's. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
So basically, they're going to know that anytime they go with you, they're going to get McDonald's.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're getting them something healthy, I guess. I don't know.
This is what really blew my mind was she said she wanted an egg McMuffin yesterday for dinner, and I tried telling her, well, that's breakfast food for one.
Yeah, Brenner.
But they do serve the couple breakfast sandwiches all day.
Yeah.
So we get there, and
how old is she?
6.
Oh, so she's probably like, dude, I don't care as long as I've been cognitive enough. All I've ever known is breakfast food all day.
Yeah.
Like any restaurant that you know since I've been alive, has served breakfast all day now.
Well, and she has no concept of time anyway, so.
Yeah. Man, I miss those days.
So we get there, and I order it, and we get home, and she's eating, like, she opens it up to eat it, and she looks at it, and she goes, "This isn't right." And I go, "What do you mean you want an Egg McMuffin? This is an Egg McMuffin." And she goes, "It has egg on it. That's not right." And I go, "It's an Egg McMuffin."
What do you think it would be?
I think
Like
what,
a McGriddle? Then?
I think that's what she wanted was McGriddle. That's what my fiance said was that she normally likes McGriddles, but she got it confused with an Egg McMuffin.
The sausage with like a sweet bun?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, it has syrup pods in it.
Well, what she goes, it doesn't have the M on it. It's supposed to have. I guess the McGriddle has an M like on the bun. I don't know.
For McDonald's.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. And I'm like, I've never looked at the
Or
bun there.
McGriddle.
Do what?
Or M for McGriddle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, she didn't. Whatever. She kept saying I had egg on it, and I'm like, "You wanted an Egg McMuffin? I don't know what you're crying about. It's an Egg McMuffin. Like, just eat it."
It's what you wanted.
Yeah. So then she sat on the stairs and cried and ate her Egg McMuffin.
What, kids do that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all and pouted about it. Had too much egg on it when all we wanted was syrup.
Yeah.
You know?
Well.
Wait, was it like actual egg or was it like the egg disc?
It was the McDonald's egg.
Oh, so the disc.
Okay, that's another thing that's like, okay, McDonald's, you've stepped up in a handful of ways, but you're still making that weird microwavable egg disc.
Yeah, it's like...
That's weird. That's so weird, man.
Yeah.
From what I understand, is it like, do they take an egg and put it in something and cook it? Or is it fake?
I think it's like, it's already cooked and they just reheat it.
Like,
Honestly, I don't know, but I did work at a cafe years ago that, like, we made this one, like, little breakfasty sandwich that it had an egg on it, and we put it in this little, it was like a little circular device that was like this.
yeah, and it holds it all in there.
Yeah. So, and then you would just microwave it, and it would, because of the shape of it, it would just form to that size, but then you would have, like, an egg, a cooked egg, that's cool, but we also had customers who, I specifically remember one time, a couple of different customers saying, like, "Oh, cool, like, tell me how, like, yeah, I will have that thing that you offer, but how is the egg prepared?" And I was like, "Well, we microwave it." And they're like, "Never mind, I don't want that. That's gross."
Yeah. You lost me at microwaved egg.
Right.
Is it really that different, though?
Yes.
I mean, the microwave...
I guess it depends on how you normally cook your egg. Do you add anything to your egg when you cook it in your pan?
Yes.
Okay, then it's going to taste different.
Hey,
But
Right.
You add, like, I'll add, like, some kind of, like, lubricant, like
Right.
butter or
Right.
something.
Lubricant.
Stick to the
I
pan.
was like, oil?
Or oil, yeah. I mean,
if
but,
you
like,
if you didn't cook an egg with any butter or anything in a pan, and then you cooked one in the microwave, you probably wouldn't tell really much of a difference. But normally when you cook it in a pan, you have like a butter and stuff like you'll put in with it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, the only thing is, like, I don't know. I guess I haven't done it. I literally haven't done it in like 6 or 7 years. But the microwave kind of kills all the nutrients in it, so you're just getting like like a kind of tasty, gross microwave version of an egg.
I don't think
you're
I've
not really like.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really microwaved an egg. Like
I don't recommend it.
I've had some things like where you add an egg to it. It's like a breakfast thing you can buy, and you add an egg to it, and then you put it in the microwave. But it all mixes together, so I don't think you can really notice that the egg is microwaved versus cooked in a pan.
I love how we're talking about eggs.
Yeah, I do too.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
Well, what would you like to talk about?
Well, we were talking about your song, "Okay."
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So Matt, I was texting you earlier, and I know you said you had checked out the EP.
hmm
Grant, have you had a chance to listen to it by chance?
Not really. A little bit what he showed me, but
Nope. I'm not offended by that. I was just asking, just 'cause I didn't want to start like talking about a song and like being like, you know what I mean? Like you've obviously heard it. I didn't want to assume.
And then he'd be like, "Yeah."
Actually, that'd be way funnier if I was like, you know, the part that's like 2 minutes into the song where it does this weird thing, and Grant's just like, yeah,
yeah,
and I'd be like, well, what's your favorite part about it?
that part.
And he's like,
What's your favorite part? The part you just said.
yeah.
No, I haven't listened to it. I've listened to some of your stuff, but I don't know. I don't sit around and have like time to listen to everything.
He's more of a playlist kind of guy.
Yeah, I like to put on my playlist at work and throw it in there. So.
Right on. Well, shamelessly, why don't you go ahead and put me on your
Oh,
playlist?
I will. Don't worry. I have a playlist of the podcast. Like everybody we interview, I have a playlist of it. I just got to get everybody added to it. I'm like probably.
Sounds like you've been listening to it.
I'm like 5 episodes behind, I think, on artists in that playlist. I need to update it.
All right, I'll give you a few days, but then I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna say, Grant, have you listened to the album yet?
Actually, tomorrow I probably could at work.
You should. It's really good.
While I'm at work tomorrow. Do what?
I said, thanks, man.
But I do want to tell you about the song "Okay." I love the harmonies in it. Like they're just perfect.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Have you guys ever listened to a band called Copeland?
Yes.
I don't think I've listened.
So,
They've been around for a while.
yeah. So that was like, they were a big influence on me as far as vocally for a long time. So the guy that I did all the vocal production with, I was like, okay, I want a couple of these songs to have this very Copeland-y vibe on the vocals. And it was so cool. He was like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I totally hear that here. And so he would have me sing all these super weird notes on a lot of different parts. And we would do like 20 different vocal tracks. And half of the time when he was like, now sing this note, now sing this note, I was like, I don't even know how that's like, that note doesn't even make any sense. Like what are you doing? And then when he put it all together and played it back, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That sounds so cool. Ah!
You're like, thank you for making me do all that 20 times.
Seriously, I texted him like last week and I was like, dude, this would not have come to life without your weird ass ideas. So
that's awesome.
yeah, and then obviously Sherry Dupree Bemis from Isley getting involved. She really brought a really cool element to that song as well. And when she comes in, because it was like, it basically didn't have any lyrics in the chorus. It was just me singing like this little like ooh, this like weird little melody, but I didn't have any actual words. And then when she put her part on it, I was like, dude, this is so cool. So, and she did some cool harmonies at the end of that song too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think we should check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Okay by Antlerhead.
All right, let's check it out, man. All right, we're gonna
do this for a few minutes.
You're gonna do it for a few minutes. All right, well, we're gonna meet you and switch over the audio.
You're gonna have to switch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch it.
this day. I have found the price of a longer life is bags under your eyes. Okay, be that way. Are we anything alike besides the things that make brothers out of adversity? Should we really be so pained if hope renews? If I'm anything like you, I've been hurt too. Am I dreaming? Why
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Turn his mic back on.
Oh, hit the wrong button.
Wrong button.
There we go.
There you
I hit the wrong button.
Now we got you.
Honestly, you guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Honestly, that song sucks so much. I'm just kidding. I love me. I love my song. No, I really do. But I'm drinking a lot.
Nice.
It's okay. We are too.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw. No, I saw you during the break.
Him about fall out of the chair?
Yeah, I was trying to scoot the chair in, and I leaned back too far, and I was like,
Oh, I didn't see that part. I saw some more Miller Lights.
yeah.
I wish I'd caught the.
Yeah, it was like if I didn't grab the table, I was going down.
I think that's the funniest when you see someone almost fall, but then like catch themselves at the last minute.
Yeah.
That's maybe more funny than actually falling.
Yeah, because then they were like,
Did anybody see
Yeah.
that?
it's kind of like, you ever do the thing where you're laying in bed and you drop the phone on your face?
No.
You've never done that?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, it sucks, but I think what's worse is when you catch the phone, but you still do the face where you're like, and then you're like, oh.
The worst part is when like you're just browsing on your phone in bed and like you see your own reflection in your phone and you look like just a pile of shit
Yeah,
laying
you're
in bed.
just laying
browsing.
there like this. You're like,
When you're like looking at porn when you're on your phone
Yeah.
in bed, and you're like, "That's what my cum face looks like."
Yeah.
vinegar strokes.
What? I'm wrong just now. Just kidding. For anyone that's listening or possibly viewing of any of my family or viewers, I've never done that.
No.
I was making a joke. Don't be perverts, everybody.
Yeah, don't make it weird.
Yeah, why don't everybody should go follow the All Around Music Podcast and never think about me masturbating.
That'd be pretty.
Anyway, let's talk about my music some more instead of me masturbating. What have we got to
Absolutely.
talk about?
How was the music video business that you were doing out in California?
The music video, it was great. So I shot it with one of my best friends in the whole world. His name's Tyler Sapp. He and his wife Maggie run a business called 220 East. It's like a media company. They do video and photography. And we went out to LA just to kind of hang out, and he and his wife live there now. And while we were out there, we just decided it'd be fun to shoot a music video. And my girlfriend she's the kind of the star of the video. So that was fun, just to like, she and I went out there just to hang out and ended up just like getting to have some fun while we were out there. And we spent the whole week just going to different locations and shooting. And I think there's still a couple more scenes to be shot that don't require her or I to be in. So we're back home now, but yeah, it was a fun time. I can't wait to see the finished product. I have no idea what it looks like right now, but he and his wife are very talented at everything they do. So I'm excited to see it.
Nice. The whole music video thing's got me interested, like, since we started doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I just want to, like, go out and, like, watch people make a music video because I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I just want to see the process. I want
Yeah.
to see someone play the same song 40 times.
Oh, that's honestly, I will say this was the most fun video I've ever made in my life. I've been a part of a handful of music videos before, and most of them just entail doing the same thing a million times. I did one music video for my single Sandcastles.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Since it was all all just basically one shot of the band and I performing the song. The director wanted to make sure we got all the right shots. So he had us play the song. I mean, it was a 13-hour video shoot. It was 13 hours of us just pretending to play the song.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was so, like, it was just so monotonous. And then I did one for our cover of Brain Stew. I think that's what we talked about. Was that when the last time I came on? I think it was right around the time I released Brain Stew.
I don't remember talking about that. I think you were talking about it, but the video hadn't been done yet.
Okay.
Didn't we do sandcastles on here?
Yeah, we did sandcastles.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was like, I mean, because I was on in like the fall, right?
I think so.
Well,
like late or something. I don't
it was like just before August, so I think it was in like July.
Oh, okay. Okay, my timelines. Okay, then Brain Stew came out in October. Yeah, we did that Green Day cover, and we did a video for that, and that one was less monotonous, but still kind of weird. The director of that one was awesome, but it was still like whatever. But this new one that I just did last week for Yellow Fox was just like, the whole thing just felt like hanging out with, I mean, the director is literally my best friend, and it literally just felt like hanging out with my best friend. I mean, we still did like a million shots of me just singing the freaking song, which that gets boring. But I think maybe I'm just biased. Maybe it was because I was hanging out with my buddy that that it felt more fun.
I don't know. If it seems more fun, then it probably comes across that way in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it was also like, it was way less stressful too. It was, all the other videos I've done have always been a one-day shoot where it was like, okay, we're going to start as early as possible and we're going to go as late as we need to cram all this stuff in. We shot this video within a period of 5 days, I think. And it was like one day on, one day off. So like every other day we would shoot. And it was just very stress-free because of that, I think. And I know he still has a couple other scenes he wants to shoot and hire some actors for. And I don't even have to be there for it. So it's like,
hell yeah.
I already know that his look is great, and I anticipate this video coming out very well. And I don't even have to be there for it. So I'm pumped on that because, like, my past experience is just like, cram everything as much as you can and hope that it comes out great.
Right.
So
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So plus I got to, like, my girlfriend, she's in the video, and like, she's like the main like character that it follows throughout the video. So just the fact that we got to like be on vacation together and participate in the same thing together was like, I don't know. It felt like we were hanging out doing an activity together the whole time. You know what I mean? Rather than like, okay, are you still at the Airbnb while I go do some cool music video because I'm some big shot? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, which I'm not, but it was fun.
That's good. You got to hang out with your best friend and your girlfriend and make a music video.
Yeah.
Right. No, it was seriously like the best vacation I've ever had in my life.
That's awesome.
So, and on top of that, it was in the midst of all that, Am I Dreaming? That EP came out while we were out there on vacation. So, it was a nice little like break from reality.
Right.
And like have some fun and stuff in the meantime. So that's cool.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So we were talking about one of your other songs. Let me bring it up here. So we were talking about. I think we got time for one more. Either we can talk about "Go to Sleep" or "Proud."
Man, they're both kind of about the same thing. I don't know which one to talk about. I guess if we're gonna promote one, let's do "Go to Sleep."
Go to sleep. All right.
Hell yeah. So, like, first of all, are you guys aware? I'm not sure if I've made this clear on like social media and stuff, but like at this point, Antlerhead is it's just me. Are you guys aware of that?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, but
I thought
at first I didn't know that, and then
was it last time we talked to you? Was it you doing it, or was it?
Last time we talked, I think it was.
Or did you have somebody else?
I think it was like just 3 of you, wasn't it? Last time we talked.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the exact timeline. I'm pretty sure. I feel like last time we talked, it was kind of starting to be just me. So I had a full band, and I still have friends that play with me, but at this point, like the name Antlerhead is just me. And then when I do shows, I just hire some friends.
Oh, okay.
I think because for some reason I was thinking it was just you coming into this today.
Yeah,
So
I knew it was just you coming in.
Yeah.
Today.
Well, but I mean, before there must have been something that was
Hmm.
that I saw or you said last time or something, because
Yeah, I can't remember when exactly that happened, but I
did you start it by yourself and then get people?
kind of.
Maybe trying to.
I did start it by myself and then grab a couple friends on board, but didn't really like. We kind of started taking off once it was a full group of us. That's when we made the most headway, and then after about a year and a half of that, I spent all of 2018 touring as a guitarist for another band, and I feel like maybe that I'm not sure, but I feel like that might have played a part into like maybe some of my bandmates thought that I wasn't committed or something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I also like around the same time, a couple of the guys kind of started dropping off because like everybody's got a different life, so
Right.
life pulls you in different ways, and some of them weren't as available anymore. So it was kind of hard to organize stuff, and so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna I'll lay low on playing shows for a little bit, but I'll continue doing this thing. And like, if you're available to play a show for me, that's great. But if not, I'll just find someone else to play your parts or something. And so that's and then eventually I ended up I moved from Indiana out to Nebraska, which is where I am now. I'm in Omaha right now, and yeah, so it's just me now, and I've got like even as of the past week and today actually, I think I have a couple other like band member prospects, which is great because I've just been kind of doing stuff solo for the last like since October.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no like bad blood between myself or any of the former guys. It's just kind of like it just wasn't getting anywhere, so we
Right.
kind of all agreed that like whatever, like they were gonna do their own thing, and I was still dead set on doing Antlerhead, so which is a project that I started anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
so I decided to continue on and release this EP anyway, which I couldn't be more proud of as far as like the people that put work into it and stuff on the EP, with some of the guitar work and the drums and stuff like that. some of the best dudes that I would 100% hire again to write and record for me.
So do you think like in the future, do you want to have like one core band where it's like you and you're a set established band of these members, or do you want to like continue going as the like it's your Antlerhead basically, and you can hire in musicians and do the stuff you want to do? Like,
That's a good question. I think that for most of my life, I've always assumed that I would be best at doing the I'm the leader and you just do what I tell you to do kind of thing.
mm-hmm.
But I've found that, and I always have that thought because I have all these very particular ideas, and I'm kind of a slave driver when it comes to executing them. And like the ideas that I come up with and stuff in that regard, like I like them.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the stuff I put out so far has been me telling other musicians, play it like this. This is what I dreamed up in my head, and this is what I want to hear. And when they play it, I'm like, oh, that sounds amazing. You did a good job of playing that, but that was also my idea.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I do have a sense of pride in that. However, like, first of all, there is something to be said about having a group of people collaborating together.
Right.
Like, I think I have a good idea, but someone else's idea might end up being better than mine, And
right.
like my brain only goes so far. So when you can collaborate with people, it's actually a really beautiful experience. Also, when you act like you know best, it does push people away.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm still actually in limbo with that kind of process that you just described. Like, should I be the leader that just hires people, or should I get a band? I don't know yet. I think I want to get a band and kind of make it clear that, like, these are the songs I'm writing, and I really want it to come across this way when you play it. But if you have an idea, please bring it to me and let's try it out.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't like it, I'll shoot it down.
Right.
But like, let's try out your idea. I think that's kind of where I'm starting to land.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was just thinking like there's always like not always, but like sometimes there's like someone like a group is known. I guess you would be Antlerhead. Like, I know that, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like the artist.
Right.
And then there's a band behind it. And sometimes that's like a thing. Or it's like it's known as every member in the band, and like that works too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of interesting how that works out. And I think right now you've got a pretty good thing going where you're basically your Antlerhead, and then you work with other artists and you get what you want, and the end result is kind of the same, but it's just you. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. Like, even after I moved out to Nebraska, I was still trying to kind of work things out with a couple of my bandmates in Indiana, and we had a couple of different conversations where it was like, hey, is this still a thing where we're a band, or are you just on your own and I'm just like the guy that plays with you live? What is this? I think for now it's best to say that, like, yes, I am Antlerhead, which I think is really weird. I think it's super weird, the thought of being a solo artist, because when I think of myself, I think, or when I think of Antlerhead, I think it's a band, and I'm just the lead singer. But if I can come back to reality, I'm like, I'm the only one pursuing this. I don't know. I can't remember the question you just asked. 'Cause I'm kind of drunk. I forgot what I was saying.
No, you basically answered it. I mean,
Yeah.
so essentially at this point, I mean, you are Antlerhead, and then it's you,
Yeah.
one and the same to a point, and you collaborate with other musicians and make what you make, and
Yeah. I mean, like next week I'm going into my friend's studio, and I have a couple of different friends from out here in Nebraska who are gonna record with me. But like, it's 100% my songs.
mm-hmm.
I wrote every single part of all the instruments, and I sent it out to some friends and said, hey, like, here's how the drums go, but like, I need you to be the actual drummer on the real recording, and you can add your little flair to it if you want, but here's how it's supposed to go for the most part. And same with like guitar and stuff like that. I said, here's the guitar parts, but like, if you want to do a little something here and there, like,
Right.
feel free to chime in. But yeah, I mean, and that's kind of how I'm trying to build this thing up for right now, is just like keep putting out music and using it as a bit of a business card, if you will. Kind of like, here's what I do, here's what I sound like, here's what I create. If you want to join in on this, then hit me up. Like, I've got plenty of room. Because like, I mean, my dream and my goal is to be like a 5 or 6 piece band. But for now, it's just me at my computer programming all these different instruments and recording and releasing it. I mean, like, there's like on every single song on that EP, there's like 3 or 4 things in the background that are all like fake instruments. They're all just like I programmed on my computer. I think most of the songs on that EP have like electric keyboard and stuff on it, and it's all fake. I made it myself on my computer.
Right.
But like, my dream is to have somebody play that live. So like, I would love to be like, I don't want Antlerhead to be like a solo project where I have, like, kind of how, like, how Panic at the Disco, are you aware of their of what they're like now?
Yeah,
kind of. I haven't...
Like, Panic at the Disco is just Bryn and Yuri.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just said it.
And like, I actually saw them recently, and he
Lucky.
So he hires a band to play with him live, and it's fantastic. But it's, for all intents and purposes, it's just Bryn and Yuri.
Right.
And so is From Indian Lakes, who is a personal favorite of mine. I very much aspire to be like From Indian Lakes, but that is essentially just Joey Vannucci, the singer of that band. It's just him hiring a bunch of friends to play with him live. And there's multiple examples of that kind of stuff, where it's like one main guy who's the brain behind everything, but it's a band name.
Right. Yeah, and it can work. Like, it's kind of it's different sometimes from some bands, but like, it works, and it's pretty cool when it does. Like,
totally, and it really does. It is working for those guys, and that's awesome. My ambition is to. I mean, I'm the songwriter, but I would love to have a full band, like a permanent band, and not to say that the guys that I've played with before are totally out of the picture. Like, I would love if somehow we were able to work out some circumstances that allowed us all to, because like I said, there's no bad blood.
Right.
It's just like distance wise and like logistics and stuff like that keep us from doing this together. But I mean, if fate allowed, however, I would totally be in a band with all those guys again if they were willing to put in the work to do this stuff. So
right.
Nice.
Not that they're not. I'm just assuming that They are at the moment, but
Right on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
Old fashioned.
I finished my old fashioned,
Oh.
and I poured some wine in here, but left the cherry
Oh,
in the
okay.
Nice.
drink. So it's just some rosé
Nice.
with a cherry in it.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've been drinking a lot, and I'm very hungry.
Yeah, I'm
And-
feeling it. I think we're all feeling it.
I think we
Yeah,
are.
I'm also very buzzed, and I super have to pee.
Yeah, me too.
Super have to pee.
You know,
Yeah.
I think maybe we should call it there then. 'Cause
Yeah,
I gotta
well-
pee too.
Oh,
Well,
'cause I'm about to pee in this cup, dude. I'm gonna fill it up.
fill it up and re-drink it.
I'm not an animal.
I mean, don't do that. That's weird.
I was just thinking of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
Anyways,
Well, if we're are we wrapping this up? Is that what's happening?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. But before we end, we'll play the song "Go to Sleep" so everybody could hear it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and say I don't know if this is the last little bit, but thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you guys again. It's real cool.
You too.
Yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much for having me on this the full episode to talk about the new record and talk about pizza shops and
Eggs and pizza and
and we talked about McDonald's for like 45 minutes or something.
It felt like it.
Yeah.
No, man, seriously, anytime you want to come on, just, give us a shout and we'll bring you on.
yeah.
Dude. All right, well, you guys have a good evening.
You too,
Hey,
man.
you too.
Song.
Yeah.
I'll just listen till the song plays.
Oh shit. I think we're gonna hang it up first, and then we're gonna
I'm
switch.
joking.
Joke's on you. I'm going to leave this on.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
All right, man.
All right, man. Take care.
Later.
You guys.
So,
Hell yeah.
yeah. So we're going to check out Go to Sleep. Let me.
You go to sleep.
Fine. God. That's not the one. I wanted to exit.
Good, because I didn't turn the mics off yet.
That's good. All right. So this is Go to Sleep by Antlerhead.
Nice.
Come sit with me on the dock by the church, and I'll drink how I want. I'm not driving tonight. Is the sun going down, or where has the time gone? Did I sleep through the day, or did you break the clock and not tell anyone? Tell anyone. How can I get up when you're gone? Without someone like you, I think I'm going to sleep, go to sleep, never wake up.
Dang.
Hot damn, that's a jam.
Ha!
Man, we gotta get stickers or something.
Stickers.
Stickers are cheap to make.
Are they?
Yeah, we can get hot damn, that's a jam, and good dudes, good tunes.
Nice. So.
We can make a mini design we want, and I can just send it in. Yeah. So, back-to-back episodes. That was the first.
Yeah, it was.
That was the first, man.
I remember.
So, we won't be back until Tuesday, right?
Tuesday. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right.
We'll be back with Ocean Deep. They're a tri-state band, so that'll be interesting to see how they make that work.
What does that mean?
Their members are located in 3 different states.
Is it that state where all 4 corners meet?
That'd be pretty cool.
And it's just right there.
That's on my bucket list to do.
Or you can stand in like 4 states at once.
Yeah. I want to stand in one corner and flip the other corner off.
Yeah, fuck that corner.
F that state. So, once again, thanks to Ty from Antlerhead for hanging out.
Cool dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's awesome.
Yeah. The show.
For sure.
So, we'll be back Tuesday with Ocean Deep. Play me off, Johnny.
Play me off, Johnny. There it is.
There it is. The outro music.
Peace.
So, we'll be back Tuesday. Don't forget, you can like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to take us on the go, we are on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to support the channel, you can subscribe on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. So, that's an Amazon perk.
Do it.
Do it. All you have to do is connect your Twitch account to your Amazon. You're good. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back Tuesday with Ocean Deep.
Like this.